So prior to Liveschool, we used a paper buck system we called owl bucks. So the teachers were able to distribute the owl bucks when students were meeting expectations. So they had a big bank of these owl bucks. Some used a Home Depot apron, some used a fanny pack, and they would pull the bucks out and head them to kiddos who were meeting expectations. The owl bucks are a challenge because first you have to print them, then you have to cut them, then you have to store them, then you have to give them to teachers, and the teachers have to give them out in a way that doesn't interrupt their instruction. Then the students have to collect them in a way that doesn't interrupt instruction. Eventually they're going to redeem those bucks for something, so you have to have a way of counting them out, collecting them, exchanging them for the prize. Somewhere in between all of that, they get lost, they get stolen, they get traded. So the time it takes to implement a paper buck system, it's got to be 100 times longer than it takes to use a digital system. But with Liveschool, we all can keep track as a community to make sure that everybody's getting the recognition they deserve. We're trying to promote our campus motto, SOAR, safety, ownership, achievement, and respect, but we didn't have SOAR in our rubric anywhere. So we went through and adjusted our rubric so that kiddos are soaring in the classroom, soaring in the hallway, soaring in the cafeteria. Wherever they can get points, they're getting points for soaring. And we also use a system called CHAMPS for actual instruction time. It tells the kiddos how to talk and how to move, how to get help, how to participate, what activity they're doing. And we put that in the rubric too. So our rubric is really geared toward our motto and our classroom expectations.
And it also allows the students to understand expectations. So we started out with a lot of Liveschool, options, and as the years have gone on and we've used them, we've been able to really be more concise to help the students understand expectations and help teachers be able to recognize those expectations and award them for positive behavior.
It instills in them a team unity, and they want their points to go up. In fact, my principal has screens, television screens. We stop, and I use it as a math lesson. I'm like, well, what's the least? Who's behind, who's ahead? And they look at it and it makes them actually put the numbers in order from least to greatest. So it motivates them to try to do better for their points to increase for their team.
My favorite feature in Liveschool, I think, would have to be seeing the kiddo who sits in class and does the right thing, and does the right thing consistently. With a paper buck system might be overlooked because the teacher might be focusing on maybe the front row or students that are struggling with behavior to make sure they get reinforced. But even the quiet kiddo, like I was, in the back, in the corner, still gets recognized and still gets that little rush of dopamine when they hear the bell happen.